Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you guys? I hope you guys are fine. Okay, today I would like to give my comments for Bu Elsa's lesson plan as well as the video of her teaching about the reading. After reading her lesson plan, well, watching it is very amazing. It's very colorful and I really liked it. Well, she got this, what is it, she did it so well. But at first I just have this question to myself. The lesson plan of Bu Elsa is about the reading for the first grade in elementary school. It says a learning scenario of SD Anak Soleh full day, class 1, chapter 1, I love my pets. Yeah, for the first, the basic competencies said uh, let's read and let's write, and the material is about narrative text. After reading the part saying narrative text, it's a bit complicated for me. I mean, this is the first grade of the elementary school. Would it be a bit difficult for them to learn directly about narrative text? But I have no idea because they said it's the curriculum is from the government as well as what is the materials that should be taught by the teachers to the students. They already have it from the government, so well, let's just go with it. That is the first comment from me. I don't know if it's suitable or not for the material to teach narrative text to the first grade of elementary school. Alright, and then the next, the text, when it said about narrative text, she said here there are four types of narrative text. The first one is fables, and then the second legends, and then the third fairy stories, and then the fourth myths, and etc. Okay, after watching the kinds of activities, basically it's complete. It is complete in a complete version that she wrote here. It is so amazing and colorful. Okay, for the activity one, it's reading and also pronunciation. Yeah, it is important for the early education for young learners, especially for them to know how to pronounce, and they learned it by mimicking, by repeating after the teacher said. So yeah, this kind of things I also had it when I was in elementary grade. Okay, and then the activity 2 is as usual. I think it's just doing the exercise, the assignment based on the material that given by the teacher. The materials, the examples of the narrative text here, Elsa gave some examples. The first one is uh, Kancil dan Buaya, and then the next is Cinderella, and then the third one asal mula Danau Toba, and then the last one is Nyi Roro Kidul. Okay, so after reading the reason why she chose these titles, she said that each represents the type of narrative text that she already thought in the video. Okay, the first one, the fables, she gave the examples of the Kancil and Buaya, and then legends represented by Asal Mula Danau Toba, and then fairy stories, the example is Cinderella, and then the last, the myth represented by the story of Nyi Roro Kidul. Yeah, for this part it is a bit difficult for me because as we know, when we learn about the teaching receptive skills, especially for reading, our lecturer said that um, we should try to find the authentic reading. but maybe because this part is to teach about narrative text. Or also she also mentioned here the purpose of teaching narrative text. It is said that, as the definition first, it is a text that contains imaginary stories, fairy tales, or true stories that have been exaggerated. Then usually there is a moral value to be learned at the end of the story. Say it is some kind of the message of the story. But for me there are so many. If you want to bring what is it, a story that has a moral value or the message inside of it that basically expressed at the end of that story, there are so many authentic texts. For example, the story about this lazy boy who doesn't really like to basically learn about everything, and also at school he was so lazy, but then uh, he got some advice from the surrounding, and then that he should learn more, and then at the end of the story he got a good score, he passed the grades, and that's, I think that is more authentic. It relates to our daily lives, and especially for the first grader of elementary, I think it's better for us to give more of the authentic text to them. But maybe it is a bit difficult for Bu Elsa to find the authentic text, especially to represent what she is trying to deliver here. Okay, the task is very clear. For the example here, the fox and the grapes is a part of reading. It's a bit short, but it's suitable for the first grade, and there are so many vocabularies that the students can learn. Elsa also give the way to read it, the way to pronounce it. Okay, I think that's very great lesson plan that Elsa made. And then for the video that she made in teaching this lesson using the lesson plan, she delivered it in a very interesting way. I mean, well, because it's elementary, it's considered to be the teaching and learning process for the young learners. I think she was kind of very attractive. She uses many types of learning styles. Maybe her students got different multiple intelligence. So yeah, for some reasons she asks the students one by one, and then many interaction made by her, so that the communication will always be conducted there during the teaching and learning process. I think it's very good. And then also uh, she uses this kind of moves, like clapping and singing. It triggers the students who got the different type of multiple intelligence, especially like in musical and also in kinesthetic. She tried to deliver it all. So instead of having only one kind of what is it, teaching and learning process that is teacher based, or only the teacher explained it to the student and the student should only answer the question, Elsa tried to make it more communicative between the teacher and the students. And uh, it's, it's more likely she didn't left any student behind. So it is very great for her to teach that way. But for for the exercise, I think when she delivers it that way, it's a bit, I don't know, maybe she should have other interactive ways in delivering this kind of text. Because for me, when I was in that age, in the first grade of elementary, I think I myself will be very difficult to understand what is it about narrative. I don't know, but uh, not to look down on the students. Maybe they can absorb the material very well, but uh, I think there are ways to deliver this kind of material, because it's more to the reading text that we have to deliver to the students, instead of what kind of text is it. So basically they will understand it all by themselves when they are older. But well, it is all right. Some students might take it already. Oh yeah, I know what narrative text it is. Maybe we don't know, but uh, as he said here, the purpose that there is moral value to be learned at the end of the story. If that is the important part, I think it's better for us teachers to find more authentic reading text, so that they can they can actually relate it. For example, um, how to behave at homes, when they are when their parents try to call them, how to behave in a good way, instead of what is it, saying something else. We should say yes directly, for example, like that. Or when our parents try to ask us to do something, how we should what is it how we should do about that. I think that is more related to our own daily lives when we were a kid. I think the way she delivered the material to the student, it is very clear, and I really like her style. She's this smiley, and then she looks very happy while teaching. And she uses this what is it, the projector, the screen. She used this part of technology to introduce to the students would like it very much. Yeah, I think that's all from me for the comments of the Bu Elsa's lesson plan, and also the video of her teaching reading to the students in the first grade of elementary. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.